Hey guys, welcome back to Open It and Play. This is Mike, and we are going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Noir figure today. Now, this guy is an old one. He's been sitting around for quite a while. I did take a look at him one time, but I still haven't really taken him out of the box. I like Spider-Man Noir, but the original version, the version that came out more recently, like the Into the Spider-Verse one, that one's just like not really my thing. That's a Nicolas Cage version. Somehow weird, Nicolas Cage always comes around to ruin some of my characters I like. I'm not super big on Ghost Rider, but man, if the Ghost Rider movies would have been done in a different way, it would have been fantastic. But leave it to Hollywood. And for the record, I do think Nicolas Cage is a good actor on occasion, but I think he really overdoes it on some things. So it's just, I think he's more of a guy that scooted by being a nepo baby. I guess he's like an undead creature or something. But anyways, let's take a look at this guy. We'll get him out of the box. Which side did I open? I opened the opposite side this time. Okay, so we're going from here. My box was damaged. I got this guy long after he came out, but I wanted him for a while, and finally I decided to get him because he works for my son's kind of original G.I. Joe character too. I haven't decided if I'm gonna mod him or I'm gonna mod him to sort of keep him possible to use as original Spider-Man Noir and the modded version. But basically, hopefully I can use him for both characters at the same time. Okay, so out of the box we'll put him back here, and we're gonna look at the accessories. So the one that's probably least relevant to today's discussion is this lizard arm. Now, this is a long time ago Build-A-Figure, the Build-A-Figure lizard with the kind of like Tyrannosaurus type head. I much prefer the old style one that we got on the retro card, and now they came out with a deluxe that is a re-release of this, except it has the McFarlane head as an alternate head. But I think the new version of this figure, that's the re-release, I think its lizard head looks better than this one. For me, this one just looks like Jurassic Park dinosaurs. It doesn't really look like any lizard from the comics I own. But we also have these funny little pistols, and I don't know if these match the artwork in the old Spider-Man Noir comics. I don't actually have the Spider-Man Noir comics. I actually have the Shattered Dimensions game, but that version was more loyal to the original comics, and then the Into the Spider-Verse kind of re-energized the character and made it Nicolas Cage, unfortunately. So, and they also changed him to Ben Reilly, not Peter Parker. So, but anyways, let's move on to the figure. This is where we're going. This is the Spider-Man Noir of the past. I also have the other Spider-Man Noir that is from the Into the Spider-Verse. I got it for customizing, much like this guy. But this guy, I do like the character, so like I said, I'll try to make it so I can keep him as this character when I want and change him to my son's G.I. Joe character when we want to play G.I. Joes. So, but anyways, the aesthetic is decent, but the arms are weird because the arms don't have the matte finish like the trench coat does. The upper body looks all shiny and plasticky, so that matches the arms, but I don't think that matches the artwork much. Okay, and then if you see inside, he does have these pretty tall boots. So the Nicolas Cage version, it has really tall boots, but they're actually pretty close to the same height. They're just really skinny looking compared to this. Those Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Through the Spider-Verse, what are they called? those guys always exaggerate the features so much. You've got the Miles Morales. You've got, geez, he's like a skeleton. You've got Spider-Man 2099, and he's got his knife butt, plastic knife butt. But anyways, just really like exaggerated angles and stuff. But anyways, let's look at this guy's articulation. We'll see what we're doing with this guy. Okay, he's got the hinge and ball joint that we usually have. So he can look down pretty well. He can look up a decent amount. And I think it works with this mask because you can't really see like his actual eyes. So I could imagine he's looking up quite well for this pose. But for the attitude, you do have a little bit more expressiveness than your typical ball joint. But of course, that is still going to be a limiting factor. As far as the trench coat goes, it's going to limit some of our posability, but it's hard, but it's not super hard. But I would say it's harder than the modern types of trench coats. So, but okay, his arms will go up a little bit less than 90. Of course, they can go all the way around. His biceps do have a cut. He's got double jointed pinned elbows that will get you only about that far. Thought maybe I can push it farther, but I can't really. This is an older figure, so it is kind of lacking in the articulation department. Okay, he has horizontally hinged fist for this one, and he has trigger finger for this one. So this one is also horizontally hinged. So this is back when they're kind of screwing that up for most people. Okay, as far as his diaphragm goes, he does have an ab crunch, so he can look down like that. I think that looks okay. The trench coat, of course, doesn't fall naturally, but if there was a wind blowing, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, and going back is going to be where it doesn't work. It can go back just slightly, but the trench coat is the thing limiting the situation. Okay, he has a waist cut, so he can torso twist. He can kick pretty far up, so that's kind of a surprise. I didn't think he's going to have that good a posability. As far as going out to the sides, it looks like that's about it. That's not because of the coat, that's because of the joints. Okay, he does have a thigh cut. He's got these big poofies in his pockets. I don't know if that's supposed to symbolize something or it's just supposed to be the style, but I think it's probably just the style. He's got double jointed pinned knees that will get you back that far, if you can see that. It's kind of hard to do because he's black. It looks like the lower leg is too long as usual. It might not be the worst, but it's definitely long. He's got no boot cut. I gotta make sure, but yeah, he's got no boot cut. That's a missed opportunity, but of course this is an older figure. Okay, his feet will hinge back that far forward just a bit, not very much. Okay, and the ankle pivot side to side. So, okay, so I wanted to show you the scale, put him alongside a couple other Spider-Men. So if we put him here, we've got the real Ben Reilly here. Of course, this one is Peter Parker, but this one is Ben Reilly. The modern version of Spider-Man Noir is Ben Reilly, but yeah, not the original. Okay, and another one we've got our kind of all-time most posable, not cheap, but most posable Spider-Man. That is the Maximum Spider-Man. Somehow it doesn't want to focus on these guys very well. I'm not sure why, but it looks like I'm getting a little bit of reflective lighting in here. So is that the right word? Anyways, okay, I think that's it for this review. Thank you guys for joining me, and F Ice.